Welcome on the Tom Guide Krakow channel. Today we're talking about the James Bond of Germany, Oskar Schindler. We are just in the backyard of the Schindler's factory, the Bramę Street 9, that was the Schindler's Villa. He used to stay here and they're watching the big fields and silence, tranquility behind the factory. Today is the ruined house. Even the garage left on me, you've got the typical ornamentation on the part. It sounds that is from the time of the Second World War. Today completely ruined. Only 1% of visitors want to have a look at that corner. Who was the Schindler? For Czechs, betrayer and member of the Nazi party and a German spy. For Poles, very controversial person. On the one side, humanizer and hard drunk, drank a lot of cognacs and smoked the cigarettes. On the other hand, the person who saved people. And for Jews, a hero. He saved 1,100 Jews, and especially from the hell of Auschwitz, 300 Jews. It doesn't matter whether they were tattooed or not tattooed in Auschwitz. It's not important question. The question is that he risk life to organize saving them. I met the Miusia Horowitz, survivor, Jewish survivor. She told me that is just not the matter of the just the marking them. They risk life to save 300 people from Auschwitz. That is the most important. And we are just at the first corner around the Schindler's factory. We're walking 300 meters around the corner to the main frontier. Then I tell you more details about him, because you're asking about the English version. That's why your wish is my duty. That's why just we're meeting at the front of factory in one moment. Today is a Sunday, that's why it's no traffic. Usually it's very busy industrial district, 2 kilometers east of the main market square, Zablocie. It sounds very not nice, like a dirty, polluted place. But today, like a diamond, is the factory. Before war, owners, they were Jewish, the company record. They were insolvent before the Blitzkrieg, before the Second World War. And just in the September 1939, they arrived there from Sudetenland, Oskar Schindler. As the German spy, he looked for any position to cover here proper activity as the German spy for the Nazi government. And here they met Itzhak Stern in Krakow, and then he took the property of the Jewish hands, and the name of the factory was the D.E.F, as in German sounds, Deutsche Emalwarenfabrik, German enamelware factory, the production of enamel pots and armament. At first he employed the Poles and only 7 Jews, and then decided to employ more and more Jews because they were cheaper workers. They paid only 7 days per person per Jews, and Poles even 15 zlotys. That's why economical reason. But then slowly that he saw the tragic life of Jews. Just adjacent was the Jewish ghetto, and Jews were squeezed in the ghetto. That's why he employed more and more Jewish workers, up to 1,000 with the cooperation factories. Like on my left side was the just behind NKF, a German radiation, that was the just radiation factory for the armament for the airplanes on that part. And just we getting to the main gate. Here you could see at the main gate the 156 faces of the Shoah Foundation. That's between 1,100 Jews saved. They were just the first interviews around the Schindler. Steven Spielberg made the hard work, 1,000 interviews, not on the digital, but just on the videotape. There was the 1,000 meters of the videotape and interviews. Each face is like a Facebook. Each face they could talk as the real history, and they told the Schindler loved much more Krakow even than their wives, women. There was very involved emotional in Krakow. Look at this. Between the faces is the family of Itzhak Stern. That's just exactly, as you know, for the Schindler's Liste, world famous manager, and their family. All families were saved by Schindler, and that is just the fact. Today, Museum of History, they've got the exhibit. You're walking 28 rooms around. You could walk with me in the future. Now is the COVID, everything closed. But that's just, I invite you to sightseeing inside. That is the history of the Krakowians, Jews, Poles during the Second World War. That's just the matters that you could visit later. Now, because of COVID, there's the encouragement to do watching around the factory. In one moment, we're going to the backyard of the factory. I show you the original factory floor and ceiling. Yes, now we are in a very secret place. That's the backyard of Schindler's factory. Just you see the steps that they played in the Schindler's movie. That was the fantasy of Steven Spielberg, Hollywood fantasy. They were created after war. Here was the radio transistors factory Telpot, and not connecting with the production of enamel pots or armament. And the staircase is just then Irene Perlman came here, and she wanted to talk with her director, Oskar Schindler, and she asked him to free her parents from Plaszów, from the hands of very bad commandant Amon Goeth. And now we traveling up. Look at this, where I'm staying. Former factory floor. You see the perfect, now the preserved. You see the wooden construction. Now I've got the better light than yesterday in Polish version. You look at this. That is, you see exactly the wood. Yes, the wood, but covered with the tin. And today is the Museum of Contemporary Art, Mozak. Very recommended to visit. Yes, that is the just short spot around the places. Please write any comments if you wish them more English, as I do English for you. That is the spontaneous made after yesterday Polish version about Schindler. Keep safe and see in the next program about the Schindler or the Plaszów. And please don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel. All big greetings to Africa, Indonesia, and even Switzerland.